Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the country's biggest stars and some of my favourite people, and we've got one for you today. I can't believe we've never spoken before, but Ashleigh and Sully are the big stars of this new show coming to Liverpool Empire Theatre for 2 shows only in aid of the Alder Hey Hospital on the 11th of February, and I'm delighted to say that Ashleigh joins us now. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
It's really lovely to talk to you. This big celebration has got the big stars of Britain's Got Talent, and you're certainly one of them. I don't know why we've never spoken before, but I just love what you do. You bring such joy to people. You know that, don't you?
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm very lucky that what I do is something that I love, and people love it as well, so I'm incredibly lucky.
Do you think being beautiful helps, or it's the dog's cuteness that helps? I've always wondered.
Wow, thank you. I don't know what to say. I think mainly it's the dog, though. I mean, most people, when they meet us, they go straight in for the dog. I'm pretty used to it now.
It's interesting. I mean, you and Pudsey shot to fame on that show, and immediately we connected. I think we still can't believe that dogs love you enough to do the things you want to do. And there's sort of a joy about it, isn't there, that they're so excited to impress you. That never gets old.
Yeah, I think what it is, the dogs just love performing, and you know, both Pudsey and Sully have the ability to capture people's hearts, and they're 2 completely different dogs in every single way. Pudsey was a true professional. He loves showing off, whereas Sully he loves to work, and he's very hyperactive. And I was just in the middle of training him, actually, and the thing with him is I have to wear him out before I train him, otherwise he's just so crazy.
Tell us the story. How old is Sully now?
When we perform, he will be 5, so he turns 5 on the 10th of February.
Wow.
So just before we perform, actually, yeah, but he acts more like 5 months old.
And that's what's interesting, because Pudsey did as well, of course. I mean, they've just got such energy. Tell us about the breed. Are they particularly good at taking direction, or is it just you and training and discipline?
I think it's a bit of both. They both have Border Collie in them, which obviously are very clever dogs. The funny thing is, the reason why Pudsey and Sully are so different when it comes to performing is the technique that I use. So with Pudsey, when I trained him, obviously he was very clever, but I showed him what to do all the time. So I'd lure him in a way with a tree. Whereas Sully, I trained him called a way that's called shaping, and it makes him think for himself. So if I stand in front of him with a treat or a toy, he will think for himself a bit more and go through every trick before he gets that treat. But like I said, he's very hyperactive, so sometimes I have to try and calm him down a bit first.
That's amazing. And I wonder about the pressure of when you do a show like Britain's Got Talent, because of course we've seen these disasters, haven't we, where you can have the best animal in the world, and if they don't want to perform, they won't. Have you ever had that, or are dogs different?
With dogs, you never know what's going to happen. Even with Pudsey, you know, I was just very lucky that he loved doing what he did, but he could easily have quite, walked off the stage at any point if he didn't enjoy it. Dogs are dogs at the end of the day, and even with Sully, he can run off, and I had to work a lot with his confidence at the beginning, and now he just loves what he's doing so much that, you know, he doesn't take any notice of the audience or anything like that, touch wood. But it's just that they both loved what they were doing, and of course they got food at the end of it. If I was bribed with food, I think I'd do pretty much anything as well.
Oh, me too, love. That's why I'm 23 stone. You got to do it. I'm a doggy person.
For the food.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do anything for food. I'm a doggy person. I love them so much. And I felt for you so much last year when you made that big announcement. And I remember watching the This Morning piece. How are you doing now? I mean, you can mock and you can scorn. You say, oh, a dog's a dog, a cat's a cat. But these are family, aren't they? It can't have been an easy year last year.
No, I mean, it's not even easy now. It was his birthday at Christmas, so that was a tough day, and I had to perform. I was doing Panto that day as well, so it was very strange to be in that position and not have Pudsey with us. And every day I think of him, like when I'm training, or just little things remind me of him as well. And like you said, they're not just dogs; they are your family as well. So it was something. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to go through, and still going through now. But I've had so much support, so many messages, and people getting in contact with such lovely words. And it really does mean a lot. And obviously sometimes I can't reply to everyone, even though I wish I could. But yeah, everyone is definitely in my thoughts, and is much appreciated.
And again, anybody who's had a dog will know the power that they have on your life. And you did appear best friends. I mean, there's nothing like that welcome when you open the door, is there?
Exactly. Me and Pudsey had a bond that I'll probably never have again with anybody or any other dog. And obviously I've got a very special relationship with Sully. I'm not taking that away at all, but it's different. And Pudsey was a one-person dog. He didn't take any notice of anyone else. You know, as long as he was with me, he was confident and he loved what he was doing, and it was definitely a special relationship that I'll probably never get again or never feel again.
Yeah, but what a thrill to have had it. Just beautiful.
Exactly. That's I've got to just remember the happy moments now.
And the joy, again, that you've brought to people and audiences around the world. I wonder, when we look at pantomime, I mean, for human beings to do it twice a day for weeks on end is a chore. What's it like for the dog?
Yeah, I'm very aware that, you know, panto is hard work. So I actually performed with two dogs at Christmas just to try and take the weight off of both of them and balance out how much one dog did. And so Sully was kind of my main dog that I performed with, and then I had another dog called Eliza, and she did a little bit as well. And it just helps them. They kind of feed off of each other. And I'm very aware, again, how much they do during the show, so I limit that as well. But they love it. Like I keep saying, they love it, and they really do, and I hope that really comes across in their performances.
The only thing I can think about a dog, having had them for years, is they don't do what they don't want to do. As you say, they just walk off, wouldn't they, or sit down. They're dogs.
Exactly. If a dog doesn't want to do something, they won't do it. So there's no stopping them.
And what's your life like? Is there room for anything else in your life? I mean, what with training and the dogs and then touring and panto, you never stop, and you don't seem to have stopped since the show itself. I mean, have you time for anything else in your life? I mean, it seems like it's all consuming.
Not really. I mean, I'm incredibly lucky that for 5-6 years, well, going on 6 years now, I've worked pretty solidly, and you know, I love that. I love being busy, and this year is looking busier than ever, which I absolutely love, but it's also a little bit scary as well. But I love it, and like I said, I'm incredibly lucky, and if it wasn't for everyone that supported us and was there for us, we wouldn't be here now. So thank you, everyone.
Let's talk about this show on February the 11th. I know people are going to look forward to seeing you, but what a bill. Susan Boyle and Calabro and Lucy Kay. You got the boys Richard and Adam. Everybody's going to be there, including yourself. It must be thrilling to know that you're the guys that have survived and made it. That's really what the big celebration is, a survival of the fittest, really, and the best of the best.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be sharing a stage with such incredible people, and I love the variety as well. We've got a bit of everything, like literally everything, which I think is incredible, and for an audience to be watching that as well. You know, with singers, there's something for everyone. There's dancing dogs, there's pianists, like there's everything, and I think that's incredible, and it's for such a good cause as well. So I'm extremely excited to be standing like backstage and watching Susan and everyone else. So it's going to be so much fun.
And of course, those dogs are going to be petted, I'm sure, continually, because people can't wait to see them and you. I guess in one way, you've got to protect yourself when you leave stage door. I guess that everybody just wants to stroke the dog and be with the dog and pictures and all that. Do you have to get out quickly?
Yeah, my whole career is always making sure that my dogs are happy. That is number one for me. And it is really tough when it comes to people, and I have to sometimes limit, you know, the amount of people, or if I let one person stroke my dogs, then I have to let everyone. And I have to think about my dogs, and they've worked extremely hard that whole day, and it's tough for people. I've been in situations where there have been hundreds of people gathered around me trying to stroke Pudsey or Sully, and it's not fair on them. Like, if you put yourself in their shoes, how would you feel if 100 strangers was around you trying to stroke you and everything? So a lot of the time when I say no to stroking my dogs, it's for them, and I'm not just being really mean.
Well, and of course it's like a megastar, isn't it? You know, of course we know who they are, but they don't necessarily know who you are, and it's a big difference. Exactly,
and they're dogs as well. Like, I can't say to them, this is a situation that's really safe, it's okay, you're not going to get kidnapped or dog napped or whatever. So it's tough saying no to people, but
And I said to you at the beginning, you are delicious. You know this. You're one of the most beautiful people in show business. Where do we apply to become Mr. Ashleigh? Because, I mean, there must be a long line of people. Do you even have time for a young man? Is there any possibility that you consider marrying me? I love dogs. I love dogs.
Your CV is brilliant. At the moment, no. I'm focusing on my career and my dogs, and I'm not sure my dogs would allow another person to come into my life at the moment. So, for the time being, it's going to have to be a no, I'm afraid.
Calabro, Susan Boyle, Ashleigh and Sully, magician Lance Corporal Richard Jones will be there. February the 11th, it's happening at the Liverpool Empire Theatre. It's called The Big Celebration, Britain's Got Talent. I love the fact that you are so disciplined and talented. The more talented you are, I think, the more disciplined you have to be. And when working with animals, I've been to Vegas and spoke to these guys. The discipline you've got is quite remarkable. And it is a 24/7 job. And to make it fun and exciting for both you and them is a great skill. And I thank you for your time. Ashleigh, thank you so much for talking to me.